This is Smallsy Surgery.
That's the best pitch I've seen.
5 new sharks looking for the next great Aussie invention.
Oh my God, cha-ching. It's not just about backing a great idea. I'm looking for a great personality too.
Hey, on the show tonight, she's fresh from the tank, one of the sharks. Welcome to the studio.
Thanks for having me.
I'm a bit nervous.
Oh, really?
You're going to bite my head off? Are you going to... Hey, Jane, welcome to the show. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
Give me money secrets and tips. Just tell me how to be rich.
Oh, well, you got to go do something.
Okay, This is my problem. No, let's quickly go through. Founder, CEO of Showpo, which I think there's not a chick listening right now who won't know what Showpo is. As a guy, I was like, someone has to explain this to me. But every chick I know is all over Showpo.
Yes.
It's a trendy, affordable clothing that's mission is to empower women everywhere. You debuted on the Forbes 30 under 30 Asia list. How many millions of dollars do you have now? Is that rude for me to ask? It's a little rude. You know what? She's got more undisclosed. She's got more millions than I do, and I don't have any. Thank you for being here, and welcome, and congratulations on the new series of Sharktank.
Thank you. It's awesome.
Is it great? Now, I don't even know where to start. Do we talk about your story?
Sure.
Or do we talk about the people coming to you begging for money? I don't know where. I don't know where to start.
Should I interview myself? Okay. Well, Jane, tell me.
Let's start with your story. It says here your net worth is $55 million. Founder and CEO, obviously, of Showpo.
I don't know where that number comes.
Don't talk it down. You just go with it. She's worth $55 million. Give me your story. It starts in 2010, right?
Yeah. So I actually used to be an accountant.
Okay.
And I really just hated my job.
Yep.
And I was like, what the hell am I doing with my life?
Yeah.
I'm sitting here knee deep in spreadsheets being like, this sucks. I hate spreadsheets. Anyway, and then so my friend came to me and was like, let's start a business. And I made a classic error of not caring about what business it was. I was like, let's just do it. I want to get out. So then we did this business. We ran pop-up stores. And then I was like, bricks and mortar, is a lot of work. Yeah. Let's go online. So I spent a month building this website. And then she told me that she didn't want to do it anymore. And she told me no one shops online. And then we closed the business down.
Okay.
And I was like,
oh no!
All of a sudden, I had this amazing job before, even though I was an accountant, it was one of the big fours. All of a sudden, I was unemployed.
Yep.
I lost all the money I had made.
Oh, you have a website that no one knows about, that never launched.
Yes, one visitor, me.
Yeah.
And I felt like such a failure. And then so, because it was the middle of the global financial crisis, I couldn't get another job. So then, by default, I had to start another business. Yeah. And so I was like, what am I going to do? I suck at fashion. I suck at retail because my business failed. Yeah. But then there's nothing else I can do.
Yeah.
So then I had to start another online fashion store. And then, by default, I started Showpo.
There you go.
Out of desperation.
I want to ask you, as a businesswoman, successful businesswoman, do you see, or at least in your experience, are you able to see a direct correlation between how desperate people need to be to make something work to their success? Like, the more no other plan B options you have, the more deep you have to go just to do whatever you can to make it work. It's the people who, I kind of want to make a side hustle, but I don't really need the side hustle. They're more likely to not see success.
Yeah, or it's got an equation with how good your idea is also. If you have a good idea and you don't have the desperation, you might still be good. Yep. But it's there's you've got both sides of the equation. But
absolutely.
Definitely that desperation helps. And then that first 6 months, I actually, I couldn't tell my parents I had quit my job. So, yes. And I was still working corporate.
I was going to say, I did hear this, that the story goes for you that your parents never knew you quit your job and you kept Showpo a secret from them.
Yeah, and then so they knew they knew I had Showpo. They just thought it was some little side hustle thing. Yeah. And then I would get the bus into the city with my mum because she also worked in the city, and then I would wear my suit,
pretending you're going to your accounting job. Yeah. And then the story goes, you then surprised them and bought them a house, and that's how you said, by the way, I don't work there anymore. I'm my net worth is now $55 million.
I was
Here's
like,
a house.
Surely I can't get in trouble. I waited 2 years before telling them.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
And obviously they would be so happy for you, right?
Yeah,
They're-
stoked.
Yeah, Christmas time. Jane's buying Christmas, everybody. How is e-com? How is Showpo going? What's popping? What's moving and shaking? Plug the brand. What do we got going on?
I mean, Showpo's doing really well. We have just I feel like we've just really nailed our market of understanding our customer.
Yeah.
We're growing wildly successfully, like in overseas as well, which is great.
Sure.
The power of like having an online business.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
When did you? I don't know what how Showpo works now. When you started it out, would have been you and just you using your own eye and coming up with a strategy. How many people are on the team now? Like, how big is the business?
We've got about 100 people.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Was it hard to let go? When you obviously when you become super successful like yourself, you realize you can't do it all, and you need someone else to be in the side saddle with you.
Yeah.
To let go. That first time you had to let go of control.
So long. I think by the time I hired my first person, I was making $70,000 a month, which is a lot of orders to be packing yourself.
Were you packing that?
I was packing it, and then the only reason I was going, I hired someone to come at this point to work out of my parents' garage.
Yeah.
She was going into my parents' house down to the garage. Was because I had this trip booked to go to Miami for Ultra Music Festival.
Yeah.
Anyway, I came back and I was like, no, I can't let go. I didn't want to pay someone.
No.
I was being stingy. I also I thought they might screw it up.
Yeah.
But then when I came back, I'm like, okay, they made some mistakes, but the business kept growing. And I got this taste of giving other people work and delegating. And it was really sweet.
And giving mum a free time to go travel the world.
Yeah, and now I'm like, I love delegating.
Yeah.
So now I'm really good at bossing people around.
So you're saying you were doing $70,000 of sales a month, and you were still packing
and handwriting notes.
Wow.
At that time, yeah.
Can I? Would it be rude to ask how much sales per month you're at now? Or is that rude? You could tell me my own business. I don't mind. It would be vastly a lot more.
Yeah.
And does the machine pack the clothes now, or do you still have a small team working out of mum and dad's garage?
No, they're out in Chullora, our DC team.
Nice.
Shout out to them, but yeah.
Was more in terms of your own story? Like, are there monumental moments that stand out to you? Was it like getting the first warehouse? Were you like, is that like a moment that you vividly remember?
Getting the first office, getting the first warehouse, getting the first I think when the team got to, hiring that first serious staff member.
Yeah.
The one that left a really good
job.
job.
Yeah.
You're like, whoa, this is like.
I like imposter syndrome for you is
you've
like.
got kids.
Yeah. What are you doing here?
Yeah.
Now let's talk about Shark Tank. It's back.
Yes.
How exciting. Now you get to see people who were in your shoes come and present their ideas.
Yeah.
Tell me all about it.
No, it's so cool because it's like, I can just see it in their eyes, like they just have this great idea. Not all of them, some of them have this great idea, and they're just like want that extra. They're just like, I just need some help to get it to that next level.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like a really cool opportunity that we get to be part of that, because it's not just the show. After the show, there's still so much invest in this business. You
know what I notice whenever someone gets onto Shark Tank and they pitch their ideas, some of them look like they're at home in that business world, like just selling their idea. Some people look incredibly nervous.
Yeah.
And some of them look so nervous. It's like, if you don't believe in why would anyone give you money if you can't even confidently tell me your idea?
That's true.
Any standout products that you reckon we should be on the lookout for this year that you can tell before? No spoilers though.
No spoilers. Well, we've got the one last week, which is Strider, which is, it's insoles, which I thought sounded really boring, but it's actually really comfortable. And
of course,
for your feet, and your posture.
Yeah, that's all very important.
I'm on air selling insoles right now. I never thought this would happen.
No, you got to sell it. Question here. Obviously, as a shark, imparting your wisdom onto people who come into the Shark Tank. Any pieces of advice for someone who's listening right now who wants or has a business idea
Well,
What would you say?
go, and this is a cliche, but my biggest advice is just to go do it, because when my business failed, that was the best training course ever. Like, that is better than going and doing some business course, going to some class. It's like, and I feel like starting a business is a skill that you get better at. Like, that business that failed, where my business partner refused to look at that website took me a month to build. And then when I started Showpo, I built that overnight because I already had the experience.
Yeah.
And then that weekend we did our first photo shoot, and then within a week of Showpo we made our first sale. Like, if I was to do that today,
Wow.
we could probably do it we can do all that in a day. And
Yeah.
it's just a skill that you'll get better at. So it's okay to start with an okay idea, even if you don't have a great idea. Just start, make sure you don't overinvest, and then once you get the brilliant idea, you'll be ready. So just do it.
Go back to our previous point, overinvest, then have no way out, but you have to make it work.
Either way,
yes,
we've got plan B and plan C for you.
That's exactly it, right? Shark Tank, Tuesdays, 7:30 on 10 and 10 Play. Last question. What's the best piece of advice you got from like an entrepreneur on your way up? Anyone said anything to you that stands out that you're like, you know what, that really left a nugget on me?
Yeah, my best advice is actually from my boyfriend
Okay.
at the time.
Yeah.
He said, "You're not special." So whenever
This is really good. I like this. The kids of today need to hear this.
this isn't gaslighting. Give me a second.
No, I'm on board this. I don't even know what you're going to say, but the people of today need to hear that you're not special.
So whenever I complain that I can't do this, I can't, it's like I can't go and do public speaking, or like I can't deal with this problem, or I don't want to get my manual driver's license, whatever. He's like, with the driving license, it's like, everyone in Europe drives manual. You think you're so special that you can't do it?
Yeah.
Just harden the F up and do it.
That's it.
And so,
I like that. You're not special.
Yeah.
Just get it
done.
Get there and get it done.
Yeah.
So many people think there's like, oh no, I can do it. It says I'm special.
Exactly.
No, just get there and get it done. You'd be the best person to work for. We can work together.
Yeah.
I got a bunch of ideas bubbling away here. I'll pitch it in the Shark Tank one day. How does
Let's
that sound?
do it.
Let's do it. Hey, Jane, pleasure to meet you. Thanks for dropping by the show.
Thanks for having me.
Smallsy Surgery
is a Nova podcast. For more great shows like this, head to novapodcast.com.au.